and it's because our body motion, so the motion of your body actually equals your emotion. So it's a real good way to get into some good energy. That's why we do it, because we want to have some good energy. You want your pens and papers at the ready, Diamonds. So make sure you are ready, because we've got the amazing Christine. She is coming on. We're going to share some amazing tips for you on how to have the most success as you possibly can with your story feature on your phone. So on Facebook and Instagram, we have our stories across the top, which are so amazing. I actually kind of think how we ever survived before the stories came around. I mean, I've been in the business for 7 years, and I think the stories only came, I don't know, what, 2 years ago, 18 months ago, something like that. Maybe I've got that wrong, but like, the stories are a phenomenal feature for you to grow your online business. So we're going to go through some incredible tips for you where you can literally take this to the next level and you can smash it, and you can, you know, this is going to help you to grow your engagement, grow your followers, grow your story views, and therefore that's going to grow your profit, getting you more sign-ups, more customers, more team members. So this is going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm going to bring on the amazing Christine in a second. So Christine's actually, like, she's been in the business with me now for, oh, I don't even know when you joined, Christine, but years, 4 years now. So Christine's partnered with me now for 4 years in the business. Absolutely love working with Christine. She's such a lovely lady, and she's got such an incredible story as well. And yeah, I'm just so grateful that Christine's actually asked to come on and do this and share this with you all. So we've got a great presentation. And yeah, just Christine's such a lovely, genuine, kind lady. She's got the biggest heart ever, and she always wants to help people. So you're going to absolutely love her if you haven't met Christine yet. So Christine, did you want to unmute yourself and just give yourself a little bit of an introduction?
Evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for Amy. I kind of blushed a little bit, but as Amy said, I have been in the business for 4 years, and I do this around my full-time job. I used to work in London, so I would get up at 5:05 every day, get on a train, walk, tube it, and then get home for about 7:30 in the evening if I was lucky. And I would do this around my nooks and crannies of the day. And what I love about what we're going to share with you today is that it's so simple to do, and the time that you have, especially for myself, I need it to be really productive, and this is proven to grow my engagement on both Instagram as well as on Facebook. So I cannot wait to share with you these little tips. So, are we ready, Amy?
Yeah, so you've got a presentation, haven't you, Christine? So let's just...
Yeah, we're going to go through some slides.
Okay. So yeah, Christine, you just tell me when to go on to the next one.
Yeah, so I hope everyone's got pen and paper, and hopefully you'll pick up something along this presentation. So next, please, Ames. So what I wanted to talk to you first is the top 10 most engaging posts for Instagram as well as Facebook. The most is at the top, least at the bottom. But don't worry, because everybody starts at the beginning. Not everybody has built their confidence yet to be able to go straight in and do a selfie video plus text. So these are just an idea of what will grow your engagement as you go through the business, because you'll grow as a person yourself. So obviously the most productive, engaging post is a selfie video plus text. It's always great to remember to add your text, because that's what will grow your engagement as well. And like I say, when I first started myself, I was just text only. I would just change the color of the background and I would play with the text. I would then do photos, and then I remembered to put text on a photo. So I have, you know, gone up the list from the bottom to the top. And, you know, that's just built with confidence. So you will all get there. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, definitely. And like we said, didn't we, Christine, that the higher up the list, it is harder to do, but
That's
the
it.
more sort of results you get from it. But like Christine said, just build it's a bit
Definitely.
like a ladder, you know, and you'll
Mhm.
just build your way up.
So as your confidence grows, you will get to the top of these steps.
Yeah.
But you
So
can
guys,
still get engagement at the bottom as well.
yeah, definitely. So whether you guys are writing this down or whether you want to take a photo of this, be quick before I go to the next one.
So I don't know if anybody was aware, because I certainly wasn't, but did you know that 80% of the people who are looking at stories do it without the sound on? Now, I do that myself. And what you find is that depending on what you're looking at, if it engages your interest, you will either put the sound on or you'll go back and you'll put the sound on. And when you go back, that increases your engagement and that will be logged as more views, whether it is on Instagram or on stories. Next.
Yeah, and I definitely do this as well. It's crazy. Like I didn't even realise.
So what we're just going to talk about on the stories is that 3 different types. We're going to look at growing, we're looking at engagement, and on profit. And what the great thing is, I do this all on Instagram. And the way I have set up my account is that it's automatically connected to my Facebook. So for me, working full time, I find that I only have to put in my story in one place and it will automatically load it onto Facebook. If you're unsure how to connect the two, then get in touch with your mentor because it's just literally changing your settings. Next.
Love it. I have that as well. I have my Facebook and Instagram connected and it's such a help.
It's such a good way of saving time and using your time more productively as well. Yeah. So we're going to look at some tips on growing your audience and your views. Now, the one thing that I learned is that what you can do to boost that is to think about locations. Now, when you're doing your story, on the top of the page, when you're loading your story, you have some options. So when you go to the top, you have some options here. What you need to do is click on the little sticker and you'll get then more options and your location you can find there. So what we want to be thinking about is that we distribute in so many countries globally. So what we can start to do is when we do a story, we can look at tagging that particular location where you want to grow your business. So I've been doing a lot in the States and I have got some customers recently from the States. And it's literally what you can do is you can do the story that you're doing in particular, go to your sticker, click on location and put in either USA, or if you want to reduce that even more, pick a particular town. What you'll find is when you put that location in, it is plastered across the screen. So a great tip is you literally just pinch it, keep pinching it, keep pinching it, pinch it again, and it will disappear. So when people are looking at your story, they're not going to see that you actually that looked wrong, but you got to see that they can't see the location that you've pinched. But what that does in the background is that's going to broaden your audience. Another great thing to do as well is to do shout outs. And for example, you could do a shout out Sunday and you could literally, write yourself a list of people who either have a large following that you're interested in connecting with or people who inspire you. And you can do your story. And in the same place, you can put a mention. You click on mention and you find that person. And again, you can have it appearing or you can pinch it and not have it viewed. I've been doing some, we don't distract. I've been doing some Zumba and I do it with a particular lady. So I have been doing a shout out to her for helping her with my own body goals. So I will mention her in my stories. And obviously she's got a huge following. So other people are going to see that I've tagged her and they're going to be curious and they're going to check out your story as well. So that's how it grows. That's how it goes with growing your audience. Another thing we can do this with is hashtags. Again, you can find that under your sticker, or you can literally type it in. And you can do up to 12 if you type in. And again, you would pinch so it doesn't appear. So it's in the background working away for you. And that will be, you know, depending on your audience. For example, I do one every day that is a daily quote. And the one that's viewed is words of wisdom. But what people don't realize is that I have 12 that have been pinched. That are, it could be quotes of the day, quotes of Instagram, quotes to live by, affirmations, and all of that has been pinched. So then that in turn, when people are searching for things, you potentially could be brought up in that search. And that's a great way to, again, build your audience.
Yeah, definitely. Can I just quickly add something there as well? Is what you can do is you can like build up these hashtags. So for example, for me, if I was to do like a horsey post on my story, then I could have like 12 horsey hashtags, but I could save it to the notes on my phone so that then I could literally just copy and paste onto my horsey story post, give it a little pinch, make it really small, maybe add a location, make that really small, and like you say, people wouldn't know. And then if I was doing like a fitness post or a motivational quote, you then have those set hashtags for those different topics in your notes on the phone to make it quicker.
Yeah, and it's good because like if you're organized as well in your notes, you can do it under subfolders, and you can literally have one just called hashtags. And then like Amy says, depending on your audience, which one you're trying to zoom in on, you could save those hashtags under that as well. And then it's quick, isn't it? Because that's what it's all, we all want it to be simple and duplicable.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Now this is some ideas to increase your engagements. I don't know if anyone else uses GIFs, but I definitely do. And there can be, you know, they can just bring some humor to your story. And also, if you're not confident, like I said, to do a selfie video, if you do it on just like a photo, you've added your text, but put a GIF in, it just gives it some movement to the story. And also that will bring people's attention, make them smile, and they're more likely to engage as well and check out your next story. They're more likely to click onto the next one. And like I say, with text, it's so simple to do. Everybody's very visual, so you can go in, you can change the font, you can change the color, you can have it highlighted, you can even change the positioning. So it'll either do it for you central, left or right, or if you click on it and drag, you can make it diagonal. It's just so that it makes your story stand out more. Now this next one I didn't know about, and I've been playing with this one a lot, and this is scribbles. So to get your scribbles, you basically load a photo, hope you can see that, onto your story, and the top right, you've literally got like a little squiggly line. You click on that, you'll get a bar appear on the left hand side. You just click on that and draw it to the very top. And then at the bottom, you've got some colours. Click on the colour you want. And then you literally just hold your finger and it all disappears. And then what we do, we have literally at the top, right, a little rubber. You click on the rubber and then you literally just rub away. This is so cool. And it like, your photo appears. And that's just, it's just another way of you to stand out, you know, from the norm. And you can, you know, you can have some great fun with that. You can choose different colours. And again, you can then add your text in. It's just another idea of standing out from the norm. Another thing you can do, yeah, I mean, I play with that a lot, I must admit. And you can do other things as well. But like I say, if you always add your text on as well, is really good. You could do that even with, it doesn't have to be just photos, it can be with your videos, and you can just pinch your video so it doesn't fill the whole screen, and then scribble that out, and then you've got room at the bottom, more room to put your text in. Another thing we can do is music. Now again, music is very personal, so that could limit your audience, and because people don't have the sound on, they may not always hear it, but it's another option that you can use to make your story more fun. Next.
You guys know I love
music. So another thing that we were talking about is the layout. I don't know if everybody is aware, when you first do your story, it appears in the whole screen. What we do have though is that you do have borders that aren't necessarily visible when you do it. And again, you can just pinch whatever you've put in, a story or a selfie, and you can make it fit in that border on the whole screen. Or like I said, you can pinch it and put it to the top left, or you could even move it, put it to the bottom right, wherever. You could even use the scribble and then make it appear and put your text in. We also have an option for pick and pick. So basically, that is put in one photo, pinch it, add your text, and then put in another photo from your gallery. So the way to do that would be to have your photo loaded. And then we pinch it and move it. And then I'm looking to put another photo at the bottom. So what I would do is go to my stickers. You scroll down and you'll find a circle which will have a clip of your last photo you've taken on your gallery. You click on that, it will bring up all your photos. You can then click on one and it will automatically put it in. Yeah. And that was great to use for like testimonials. So you could do that for before and afters, or even look at the one that Amy's doing, where she's had the floral, what they call centerpieces. So she's got all her bits. So that's her before, and another one to do her after as well. Next.
Awesome.
So the next area we're going to look at is how we're going to, increase our profit. And a great thing to do, which is really popular, are polls. Everybody loves a poll. What we need to remember that with our polls, you get two options, initially or defaulted to yes or no, but we always have two positives. We never do a negative in there. And you could do this with just plain text. You could do it with a photo. You could do it with a video of yourself. And it could be, to change it up a bit, instead of saying more info or yes, please, interested, you could just put, if you're interested, click on your favorite emoji, and then just put two different emojis into the boxes. Another way to do this is to ask questions. Now you can go and you can get that under your stickers, and you can select questions. And I've been using this recently when I've been doing my selfie videos on the products. And I have been put in as well, if you're interested, type yes in the box below. And then basically a little box will appear and they will just type in yes. And that's how they are doing a vote, essentially, on your story. Another great thing to do, I don't know if anybody uses this, is countdowns, because it's all about creating urgency. And there's no better way of doing it than the countdown. I know Amy uses this a lot, but we can do it for our kickstarts. We can do it for our, the free 10-day challenge. And it will be, people will be able to see, makes them think, oh, I better get in there quick. And they're more likely to either message or interact with you. Next. You'll find that as well. And the good thing with this is that you can ask a question and you can give them 4 options. A good one that works really well is, you know, what would you like help with? Better weight loss or body confidence? And that's working really well. You could either put that on a photo, you could put that on a blank screen, but again, to build your engagement, so you want to work up to doing it on like a selfie. Now there is another option which I've not used, I'm going to play with, is DM me, because I didn't appreciate that the DM me goes into a group chat. Anybody who's clicked on that DM me will then go into one group. So if you've got 4 people who have clicked, all those 4 people are going to be in the same chat. So that's something you need to think about. But you could do that for if you've done a new recipe, and you could say, you know, if you want the recipe, DM me, because then that doesn't matter if there's more than one person in the chat, because you're going to be sharing the recipe. But it's an option to think about. No. So we're going to look at, or what I've learned is how to use our stories to connect with more people. And essentially, it is literally 1, 2, 3, go. And what we're talking about is you're going to look at the person that you want to connect with. You've found that one person. You're going to go on to their profile. You're going to make 2 comments. And then you're going to go to their story and interact on their stories. This will be Instagram as well as Facebook. And this already forms part of our DMO. That's a great way of you to do that and get into the chat, and you can do our regular connection messages. Next. So, other ways that you can look at is you can look at tagging, like we say, locations, places where you're interested to build on. You can tag people, use your hashtags, and do that, you know, for being consistent period amount of time, because that's what we do. You could even include that on your DMO, and that's going to grow your followers that way. Now, I love this one. This can be done on your story. You've got new people joining you, and it'll be a good idea to, on your news feed, every 30 days or so, to share your story and how you can help people. Because, like I say, you've got new people coming on, so you can either do this, if you're just starting off and don't have as much confidence, you could do this with your before and after photos, or you could even do it with videos. And a great thing that you can do with that is that you can make it a highlight. I don't know if everybody is aware. You've created that. When you go to your story, obviously it runs. At the bottom, you've got a little button that says highlight. You can create a new one, and for your testimonial, what you could then do is you could call it Watch Now. So when somebody looks at your Instagram, or you can do this on your Facebook as well, you'll have underneath your profile little circles, and you can have one that will say Watch Me, and when somebody clicks on that, they will then be able to view your story. How easy is that? So I thought that was a really cool little idea to do. And then obviously, as part of our DMO, we're looking to reply to people who have seen our story. And obviously, if they're engaging in yours, then you should be going over to theirs as well and engaging in theirs. Because that's what we already do as part of our DMO as well. And that's going to increase your audience. Next. So I thought I brain dumped some ideas of what to do on your story, because what we need to remember is that we're not Juice Plus robots. We want to be blogging our day. So it could be behind the scenes. I know I do sometimes, because I'm working full time, I am working from home. I will do, like, you know, a little thing of a video, not of necessarily of me, but of like my PC starting up. And that's behind the scenes of how my 9 to 5 slog of a day is going to begin. You could do things of thoughts of the day. You could even we do a lot of family debates. Like I've done one today because I'm cleaning, it's Sunday, you know, got to do the chores. It's like, what do you do first? Do you dust or do you hoover? Settle this debate that we're having at the moment in the Castle household. And that's just a different way to, you know, blog your day. You could even we're talking about, you know, everyone's on their 90-day game plan. Well, why not share that? Why not share with people your body goals, your fitness goals? And you could even go on, like I'm doing, being of an older age, I am blogging my Get Off My Arse and Move journey, fit at 46, and I will, on time lapse, naturally, I won't do it live, I will do my Zumba class that I do. And that is getting such great engagement. And people are messaging me, you know, how are you getting your energy? And that's like, boom, that's my lift. And that's then how you're going to, you know, get into the messenger with those kind of engagement as well. But you could do other things. You could do celebrations. Doesn't have to be a celebration of promotion. It could be celebrating, I don't know, maybe you've got a new car. Maybe you're celebrating somebody's had a baby. It's just different ideas of what you can do to make your story interesting and obviously not be a Juice Plus robot. Next. So I thought it'd be quite nice to put together how you could do your story flow relating to Juice Plus amongst your normal blogging. And I thought it would be a good idea to concentrate on one product. And what you could do is you could write down everybody's pains, and then the solution would be that product. So you could start off with, if we look at energy, you could start off and you could just literally put a story, and you could just put, have you ever struggled with the afternoon slump? Now that's targeted for my audience. You might have some mums who struggle in the morning, so you could put it for your audience. And then what you want to be doing is you want to be providing 2 solutions. So your next story would be a solution that is not Juice Plus related. So for myself, I would, because I'm sitting all day, I'm doing my 9 to 5, my first solution would be, why not just get up and run on the spot for like 30 seconds? Because then you're going to get like all the blood pumping through, you're going to get that little burst of energy. Your next story could be the product. So it would be lift. And then what you could do is you could do a succession of how to use that product. So if we stick with lift, what I've done recently is, I've not necessarily been in the video, but you can do a continuous one for 4 stories. And you could do, first one is you could just show glass of water. Second one, you can show you cutting off the lift. Third one, you could have you're pouring it in, and you could even like put a sticker on, you could put text on all of these, you know, like a little arrow, mixing it. And then the fourth one could be you drinking it. And that's just simply showing how that product works. That's it. You could be doing, yeah. And then like the next one you want to do is get the proof of results, not just your own. You could get some screenshots out of our testimonial group. or even if you've got some customers that have messaged you, you could like screenshot that. You could even, you know, because not everybody wants their stuff to be shared, you could just block out their name. And with that, you don't have to like use the black marker. You could put your text and make sure your text covers their name so that you don't see it. And again, if you're building up your audience, you could take time and put your hashtags in as well. And that's a great way to show other people's results. And then you want to end with like a poll or a question. And it could be, you know, if you'd like more, if you're interested, and then you could put a poll down, ask me for more information. Oh my God, I need more energy. And that's a great way to promote our products. And you could do that, a different one, or you could concentrate a week on just the one product, or you could do different ones each day. And it's just another way to make you stand out, show you tips on how to broaden your audience by adding the location. Pinch it, add your 12 quotes, pinch them so that they disappear, so that what people are seeing is either your photo or your video. So I hope that has helped. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you will go out and try some of the things that I've suggested, because for myself, like I said, I've been doing this coming on to 4 weeks now, and I've doubled my views. And obviously, because I've doubled, that's like double amount of people that I am now following up with. And it's just making such a difference. And you just need to get into the routine, like we do with our DMO. Just get in with a routine now of boosting how you do your stories, because they are so powerful, aren't they? Yay!
That's absolutely amazing.
Now I need water.
Yeah. Whilst you drink your water, there's just one thing I wanted to add was there's a couple of great apps that I use that really help me. So I don't know if you guys want to write these down, because I haven't put them on the presentation. So because I do get some of you asking me about how I get like the text that moves. I don't know if you will watch my stories or not. Can you all hear me okay, by the way? Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, so the first one is Mojo, just MOJO. That's where I do a lot of my like new business partner posts on my stories. And what I like about that is I literally just use all the free stuff. There's things on there that they try and get you to buy, but I just use all the free ones. Everything that I use is free. So the Mojo app is free, and I just use all the free kind of templates. And then the next one I love to use is Unfold. That's a great one for your stories, for like putting in your photos into like a nicer background and things like that. And obviously Pinterest, I use Pinterest a lot for just getting like borders or backgrounds, just lots of really kind of aesthetic, you know, aesthetically pleasing photos from there. I also get pretty much all my motivational quotes from Pinterest. And then the other one is Word Swag. So that's how I make photos. So usually what I do is I'll get a photo from Pinterest, and then I'll put some writing over it on Word Swag, and that's how I like make my photos with the nice writing on, if anyone wants to know how that. And that's it really. They are the 3 apps that I mainly use. My favourite is Mojo. I use that a lot. So I hope that helps. So yeah, Christine, was there anything else you wanted to add there?
Not to do with the stories, but have I got time to quickly go through my morning routine?
Yeah, I wanted you to just, because I know, Christine, like you're amazing at, you know, knowing the importance of looking after yourself. Like in this business, guys, it's so important that you look after you, and that you have like a routine, whether that's a morning routine, an evening routine, something that, you know, if you don't have 10 minutes for yourself, then like you need to make 10 minutes, get up 10 minutes earlier, because you really need to give yourself 10 minutes of some self-love. So I know Christine is really good at this, and I know it's really helped you, your mental health and everything. So can you just touch on that a little bit? Although I know we have time, so we can always maybe go a bit more another time, but just a little bit.
That's fine. I'll go quickly. So I am a survivor of depression, and I know things that trigger me that will bring me to darker days. Obviously, this pandemic has not helped the situation. I have an ill father. I'm not able to go there and see him. So I needed to create a morning routine that helped me with my own mental health. And what I have found is there's a couple of things. First thing was I have a very supportive husband, but he has verbal diarrhea from the moment he wakes up. So my husband's not allowed to get up before 7:30. I get up at like 6:15, because then that gives me time to get my morning routine together. I will do 10-15 minutes of meditation. I will do journaling, and with that I mean affirmations and my gratitude. I will also hop on to our morning blitzes as and when I can. But I just find that that morning routine of peace just helps me to clear my mind, because everyone's got so much going on and everyone's situation is different. We're all coping with different things. It's just really good to just realize that sometimes you just need to take time back and take a step back and just recharge your batteries. We are all there to support each other, but you do need to make that effort yourself. Doesn't have to be as long as my hour and a half. But you know, even if it's just like 10 minutes, shut yourself away in the toilet if you need be, if you've got kids, and just take that time out to just, you know, quieten the mind. It makes such a difference. And I follow this lady, which actually Amy recommended, and it's a 10-day session. I have been posting in the free group, a couple of them, so you can see who I follow. Most of them, 9 of them are in the morning, 1's in the evening. That's it, yeah, Amy's put it in the chat. It's really, really good. I mean, it took me a while to get used to the fact that I have to sit there with my eyes shut, but I would 100% recommend finding something for yourself to help you just recharge your batteries, because everybody needs a little bit of self-care. I hope that helps.
Yeah, absolutely, Christine. Thank you so much. We've got like 30 seconds left, and maybe we can touch upon that more on another Zoom if that's what you guys would like. But just honestly, like, let's all give Christine loads of love. Go and give her a follow on her socials, because she's absolutely amazing. And just, you know, give her a big thank you, and do some posts and really show, you know, let's see if we can get a quick photo, but I think this is going to quickly end anyway. But let's really quickly get a photo. 1, 2, 3. Have an amazing week, Diamond.